How's it going, guys? Squeebs here, ready for this 8-game slate we got tonight. I just want to congratulate the New England Patriots and Philadelphia Eagles for their wins yesterday on to the Super Bowl. Great games yesterday. I was really pulling for Jacksonville and Minnesota, so it's kind of funny that they both lost. Both great games, except for the Minnesota Vikings game. I mean, it seemed like it was a great game, but Minnesota couldn't score at all. I mean, it was Eagles, Eagles, Eagles the whole entire time. But congratulations, Nick Foles and Tom Brady. Played great games. But hats off to the Vikings and Jaguars. They both had great seasons, and they're going to be successful next year. I can tell you that right now. Let's move on here. I don't want to waste a lot of you guys' time. I want to start off with Dragic is out tonight. Giannis is out tonight. Butler is out tonight, and Chris Dunn out tonight. Those four big names are out tonight. A lot of increased roles for their backups, so we'll talk about those as we get to them. Let's start with point guards. I really like Lillard tonight at 9,300, playing the Denver team. Jamal Murray did not play great defense. Garrett Harris might play him. I'm not sure how they're going to run that. But I really like Lillard at 9,300. Definitely a good play there. I don't mind Schroeder at $8,000. Not a fan of Bledsoe at 83. So if you're going to pay up a little bit, I really lean towards Lillard. A little bit lower, I like Dennis Smith Jr. a lot, playing a Wizards team that just gave 37 fantasy points to Ish Smith. So I really like Dennis Smith. He's been playing really well lately. Rebounds, assists, very active on the floor. Like him a lot at under $7,000. And then TJ McConnell should be over $6,000. I'm not sure why he's not. 5,400. He's going to get you about 25 to 30 fantasy points. Jared Bayless and JJ Redick are both sitting out today. So McConnell's a very good value play at 5,400. I don't mind Jalen Grant, 5,600. Just not. I don't love him a lot. Chris Dunn's out tonight, so he'll get some increased value there, but I don't love him there. Let's go to shooting guard. I don't mind Chris Middleton, 8,600. Just I think he's a little too expensive. That's mine. I mean, he's going to get you about 40, 45, but I mean, we'll see. I like Drew Holiday a lot. I like him pretty much every night. He's definitely getting you about 40 fantasy points every night on the floor. He's the most active player I know. He's very athletic. He gets you about 6 or 7 rebounds. I think he gets you about 6 rebounds tonight, 5 assists, going to put you about at least over 20, 22 points. He's hit 20 point points in the last 7 games, so definitely gets Chicago team with no Chris Dunn. I think he's going to get you about 45, 50 fantasy points tonight. I don't mind Donovan Mitchell at $8,000. We get about a little bit lower. I really love Andrew Wiggins. As I said, Jimmy Butler is out tonight, so I like Wiggins a lot. Definitely my favorite play of the night. He's going to log in about 37, 38 minutes, so he's going to kick off about 35, 40 fantasy points. Great value at $6,000. The little bit lower, my sleeper for shooting guard is definitely Wayne Ellington with the Goran Dragic and Tyler Johnson news. He's scoring dependent, which is the problem. But I think he gets you about 20 points, which is going to get him about 25, 30 fantasy points. But, I mean, he could kill you. He could be a big bust, or he could make your lineup. So, definitely a GPP player that wouldn't play him in cash lineups. But GPP, I really like him a lot. That's about it at shooting guard. Small forward, I'm kind of slim on as well. I like a few guys. I don't mind Harrison Barnes at 6,700. I know he was a loss last. I had him in my lineup a couple days ago. He played 35 minutes, only got you about 22. He's always at 65, 67, 6,700, so you really can't go wrong with Harrison Barnes ever, especially at home. He plays really well at home. I love TJ Warren against Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee's not great defensively without Giannis on the floor, so Warren's going to be explosive there. And with Wiggins, who I said was my best player of the night, I love Josh Richardson. No Goran Dragic, no Tyler Johnson. So it's basically going to be him and Ellington scoring the ball. I think he scores about 20 points, gets you about 39 to 41 fantasy points. That's about it there. I could go Wesley Johnson for the Clippers, who's really been playing well lately, still at 4,600. 31 fantasy points against Utah. It was pretty good defensively. Notched 42 against Houston a couple days ago. So they're playing a team in Minnesota who's great defensively, and that's an issue for me because I hate playing guys against great defenses. But at 4,500, 4,600, you really can't go wrong with a guy like Wesley Johnson. So I like them, I like Warren, Josh Richardson, and Wesley Johnson there. Then we get the power forwards. And I look at power forwards tonight. It's like Anthony Davis, Blake Griffin, your top guys. I'm fading that. Usually at 8,400 with a guy like Blake Griffin, I'd like that. But Tonight against Minnesota, who I talked about, great defense. He's a little too expensive for that. I think he's about 30, 35, and that's an issue for an 8,400 guy. I'm leaning towards the Chicago players against the Pelicans. I know Davis and Cousins play big, and that's the reason why I like the Chicago guys. Because if they got Davis and Cousins there, they're going to play Mirotic and Markkanen a lot tonight. And I think Markkanen's a really tall guy who plays great defense, and I think he's an electrifying scorer where he can get those rebounds and get you about 17 to 18 points. He'll get you about 30 fantasy points at 6,300. A guy like that's all you can ask for, 30, 35 fantasy points from Lloyd Markkanen. I also really like Dario Saric. I loved him the last couple of days. He's really been cashing for me. He's only about $6,000. He went up a little bit, but he's going to get you about the same as Markkanen, 35, 37 fantasy points. Not much more you can ask for a guy like that. Really a power forward, that's about it. There's a couple guys low. I don't mind Taj Gibson against the Clippers. Blake's alright defensively, but I mean with Jimmy Butler out, they're going to have a little bit more scoring from Taj Gibson. I don't mind Ryan Anderson against the Miami Heat, and that's about it for power forward. If you want to go Mirotic over Markkanen, I don't mind that either. I just think Markkanen's going to get a little more minutes played, and he's a better defensive player, so they're going to keep him in a little bit more. So I like Markkanen a little more today. Center, I don't like Cousins. You can't go wrong with Embiid. That's the thing. They're playing Memphis, who is hurt. Embiid's going to play about 30 minutes. The problem for me is I like Ben Simmons too, but the problem for me is this is going to be a blowout potential game, and I see Embiid killing in the first half, getting you about 30 fantasy points in the first half, not playing much in the second half. He'll get you about 40 at $10,000, maybe 45, and we need about 50 to 60 from a guy like that. I just think he's not going to play as much minutes tonight. He's going to be really high owned, so if you're going to play GPPs, I would kind of fade Joel Embiid because it's going to be a blowout potential game. That's why I like Saric a lot, because Saric and McConnell are going to get a lot of minutes. So I like McConnell and Saric for Philly tonight. My favorite center is definitely Karl-Anthony Towns against the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan out again. So Taj Gibson and Towns are going to get a lot of work inside against Blake Griffin. I think Towns is going to destroy. Get you about 65 fantasy points from him tonight. If you're going to go a little bit lower at center, which I might do, I got a couple lineups going there. Towns is my one guy. My other guy is Rudy Gobert. His price went up a little bit, but he's about 7,600. He plays only 30 minutes. But the thing is he's incredibly stupidly good on the boards, and playing an Atlanta team that's just not good defensively, not good at the rebound, not good getting rebounds. Gobert is going to kill it tonight. I think he gets about 40 fantasy points at 7,600. Can't ask for anything more than a guy like that. So that's what I'm looking at. Guys, I've been killing it lately. I'm on a 7-day streak. Just absolutely destroying it. Follow me on DFS Answer Key. That's where you're going to find the answers. I'm going to tweet out before the games. I usually change up a couple things, if there's other injuries or something like that. I usually tweet it out, ask me questions, message me on DFS Answer Key on Twitter. I've been killing it, guys, 7-day streak. Looking to extend that for this week. I want to win 5 days in a row again. So getting that to about 12, 13 game win streak. We're feeling it. DFS Answer Key. Follow us. Like this video. And good luck out there, guys.